Okay, so we've started with numbers. We're going to add some other objects to this now, well, literally objects. Objects are what in programming terms you might think of as functions. They are things saying, do this. We're going to be using loads of different types of objects as we go through these videos, but I'm going to start off with a simple one of just add. So I'm going to go up to the Put menu. Incidentally, notice I'm not currently in edit mode, but PD is intelligent enough to realise that if I go to Put in an object, Command 1, it's gone into edit mode for me straight away. So I can now click and put it where I want it. Let's put it there. The type of objects I'm putting in here is a plus, an add. So I click on plus and I click outside and there it goes. So this object has got two inputs there on the top and one output. It's important that each one of these inputs and outputs does a different thing, and you can find different documentation online for Pure Data that tells you exactly what they're going to be. Important things to note though is that the left-hand top input is known as the live input and the other one is a passive input. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to add another number to this. So I'm just going to go to Command 3, click, there we go, and I'm going to drag from here into here. So notice the way I'm doing this. I move the mouse until it gets over the patch, it turns into a circle, I click and I drag. So I've now got add nothing. Okay, if I leave edit mode, let's change this value to 21, click off and go back into edit mode. I'd now like another number, so I'm going to have two numbers and the result of adding them together. Here's a useful shortcut, by the way. If I select this object and do Command 3, it's intelligent enough to realise, oh, you want to connect the output to the new object that you've created. You can then click and move it to wherever you want. Sorry, let's click and make sure it's looking like the picture of the pointy finger. And there we have it. If I go into the running mode and I start changing this 21, you can see that nothing's actually happening to the output. It's, well, nothing plus 12 should still be 12, even though I've got nothing patched in. The important point to understand here is that's because the second input is not a live input. It doesn't trigger the function. What will trigger the function is if a value changes coming to the left input, or we send a certain type of message, and I'll come to that in a moment. So let's patch in edit mode this 7 here into this input. Let's go into the run mode. Nothing's happening because I haven't changed the value of the live input. If I now was to, well, change this at all, let's change this to 6, and you can see now it's gone 6 plus the second number, there's the answer of 18. So we've got an overly complicated, not very good adding machine. But the important point to understand is if I change this right-hand input, look, nothing's happening. It's only when the live input changes that the value actually updates. Now, the other way we can do this is with a different type of thing we can put into here, which is called a message. So I'm going to go to Put Message, and this is a very common type of message. I'm going to put in here, it's called bang, and I just write the word bang, and there we have it. And I'm going to patch the bang into here. Okay, let's leave edit mode. Let's change this value here. Let's put -10 plus 19. I should hope the answer is 9. Hasn't activated anything yet. I could change the live input, but that of course is going to mess up my value of 19. But if I now instead click on bang, this makes the actual object do its thing. Okay, so that's a couple of things we've looked at there. We've looked at messages. Messages are a command which work when you click on them. They output and do it then. We've seen live inputs and passive inputs, as it were. And we've seen objects. Okay, hope that made sense. We'll see you in the next video.